You saying?
Mr. Speaker, me hoye.
Yeah, fine.
Story na abo mi pusa kakra.
Oh, sir, I feel no what.
Oh, my read it from the one na me dey say me was several platforms nti issue no share say ni na man me wo NDC man kesim platform.
Okay.
Nti from the onset no more update your page na so. But there is something instructive about Nana Oye involved. He's a very popular person. Very. And it looked like
president of the Traders Association.
Exactly. So or was on command over the people. And unisemi free bono. Okay. Now panelists na ba kon kasafa abisim that murder killing, ritual killing na that young guy now joining football club obia no money mi team bebo ball. Okay. Yeah, we locality. Intino no fra bisimba kwetira de ntia bebo Xmas and Easter gala. Now this gentleman na okunness for na de wa bisim di bi she frage mo no. Such an innocent face. No obo kumapem. That was the team na obo. Ntini team a local team na obo no kumapem ewo kwetira de ntia adomase. But oba very innocent, like non-confrontational, unassuming. It's the very there. Yeah, she know I did this picture too. Other TV stations, this can't be, but it is. It is. And to be honest with you, Mr. Speaker, yes, I say, u blemu or cry, or say u blemu momonenso. At the pedigree of the lady, it raised a lot of question marks. Because baby, our level of education you drew. You don't have to stoop too low. In my candid view, ya mamre muno senipa uwa yankana chiasem. Yeah. But the truth maybe you have to send some caution to the living. How on earth, what can even come into your mind? They say, Obia onwaro sister, am penatrio. And ya worry, but I've gotten the time to listen to various reportages. Narrations, yeah. And clearly, no, the ladies too low. Kwame, sangwa hunu show dano to pay. Yes, the one so to show unsu ya kwaya no obeni nemwa na waya kenkon. Until maybe we give ourselves too early to die. Dear see, it must serve as a lesson to, and she's very pretty lady. Very. Obema bia baya obetme na kenkele mama. Unu na kenkele me. Aha. Obosuma ori konkogu nam. Or the shoe na come. Konfo bi di no friend na kenkele me. O se o no the shoe na come. Okay. Nti se ukoshia na kenkele me fo a. Odo be ya de. I think it's and when you look at the bizarre circumstances, could it also be say this nana in question at the young comedy? You see, a lot of questions, revelation must come out, and acquire say in Suban, the people know. Kwame, Mr. Speaker, it cannot be unusual. I say the people know. The beating margin is unku nipada. Yeah. What courage will you get to kill? To bury, yes, in a nice way. And trust me, it means what planet that lady in Sassan, this is a premeditated crime. I mean, clearly this is a premeditated crime. And omoye is so complicated, say maybe lady no Sassan and ne di ni sister ni kununechi. Okay. Had it not been that and dear papa ye me dear men so me person must see the for who say this is not the first of its kind. It is habitual, and Mr. Speaker, a lot happens in this country. People kill to get power, and position no hold it to shock you to know to say, "Obey my son, they are born hobine." So let us admit to say me in my smallest opinion, no, area for no soon in the bobia, and they might be pretending. I see. Yes, oh dear, the wow dresser no, and he come across a noble person. The people know what he does. This cannot be the first, because they see here it was a premeditated crime. Ya kofana ya nho adwuma yewia ya kuno. Na ya kuno no other element of lady in the past bi omutwitwa ye. What could it have been? Media margin terms, Mr. Speaker, no, the first time. Because you see, so we had the first time, and can the way come of us to bury a lady, no? She was buried comfortably.
Obia
who trace no. Enti fear hokra no. They have to go for dictators to find us our CS in Nipa baby. CID must go back to the house. And ye Hong Kong, ni rooms so no, they should start using dictators. No, mon check it say other places been a CS in Nipa. It cannot be Wayne Kwan, no. Akukodura, and he did it so clandestinely, cleverly. Or execute two at the end to say the Ronaldo Shego. No. It cannot be once of a kind. I see or tie. The CI debate to me, they should go back to the house. They should get some dictators, a bit more dictator baby in the past. And it will shock you, say, they can assume more bodies in the house. My no, actually, say they should go back.
Okay.
Go for dictators, spring it around, check in the building. And a baby, they should go there.
They should go there.
They should go there. Where you premeditator crime and pen the pencil ruler that home, calculator that home. And said the woman for us to bury no, so meaning so wash it.
From baby a guy and the PK, no.
Yeah.
And then the barman Kessben.
Sure.
And then the bar.
Yes.
Nobody's house.
Nobody. Yes. And to me suggesting to CID
the course between the man and the king.
The forensic unit of CID, no, they should go back to a Fiebia Papanesi. Number 2. Also for Panini Suni Fiebia Wasino. It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
Or conspirators. And Chomon go back. Fiebia and Pemi, let them get detectives. And she'll take it there. No more and zoom. Check it. And Nipa be or close to them. Okay. This is a premeditated crime.
Okay. Beyond me, that's Krobea Asante, Deputy Director Communication, New Patriotic Party at Tenase. Margin.
Mr. Speaker, I mean that's it.
And I don't know when I'm late, sir.
Me man, you're late.
Last week we're late, and traffic be a behind easy, Mr. Speaker. But
MPP near money and I want the equalization.
Equalization, babe.
Why you late? Can it be?
Some is why you late. I don't message and then why you late.
Last week I was here.
That's who you late.
30 minutes before BOT came. Mr. Speaker, I say, come on, mood. And yet I could come on at Tinshu. But maybe I'm meeting you my old book.
Yeah.
Will be a year, but a BDHM. I didn't any papa better than you as no better me a debonate to say, you know, about that. If indeed the alleged reports, no, like a true. Now, with me, this abonnement, any pension, I'm a crowd. Serious.
Maybe I say, or man, obedience.
You see, I know sometimes issues with any bar is good. Like, as on my be discreet in common. But it's a crime on Casano. Crime on Akoya Debia, abonnet, a more deep sabon, and Debia has a Obiti that's what I was married to Minipa. Even in advanced countries. It's you know the Oma the way I was running no moody. In fact, sometimes I know we are tempted to even say and you run over waja, a lawyer for inti, oh can why careful, say the minute you can or yes, or no natural argument. Because sometimes we can say we have finna
so Martin Prebu versus the Attorney General. Kessben is available.
Well, look at this.
Ubi says, look at this.
Asante me bail na men from abefano ho. Hwababa wana umu yi na free for you no am se metin shoes na me nu aga obi na ehwe TV.
Okay.
Ehwe wo ne phone so. It's sad. Enti mema busuafo na yakọ. Na said na Ziga A2 emaba wana fo no. You know, sometimes untimi blame baby. Once Mr. Speaker, or free say papa ne be a family ni no need those kind of things.
And the issue of trust.
Trust. You mentioned the issue of trust. Yes. But you see nipa bone for ho. It's in the time bia no me dey bia me anka sama brabo mu no. Me dwene bone sene papa. Okay. It is be nsuo kura de mama a me be no ma me wadwene bi say e bia bone ta chiri. I don't know whether say good or any good, but that's my life. The time bia me sere enu ama no particularly wo hwa abayo no ne ho akono. Ne ho akono ti wan hwe ya ebia omuni ne ye de omuni ne be wi omfiri se ebia oba abontena oba be kan na so be pom hontoma ne ade ba ni nyina mu no eye bone omadi a nyankopon fom honchew there's no way anya me de omho be chew.
Okay, me da se Krobea ba me sha se obioti so on not tika tina Africa ne bioti drama panyin kasa the 77th General Assembly of the United Nations president is pleading with the world leadership say and they know in terms of world finances, you know, yen restructure. It seems Africa there interest one more my loans near the omudisi hono far too much. Say ye beti me abe yen structure in such a way say yen currencies no on the African continent, no, emudro no so ebetimi aba. These were major concerns on Bampenyi Rezi and at the UN General Assembly. Ne speech al kokoma no. Na mintio for 10 minutes na yemra.
Okay, so Mr. Speaker, the can mamencha and this in May war we are self and and so already all barometer report course dear here. The most attractive political party in Ghana, ANDC. And it is evident in the internal reorganization of Kosono. In fact, South Core branch has been now share a for a pre-branch positioner. NDC are corner to the sense Krobea Asante Kromoko position a Bejeno. Nti me advertise NDC the man. And catch maybe I would be audio bar, ye selection.
Oh, yes, yes, Krobea beba.
Oh, yeah, Bejeno. Say we as a dream, maybe at times you don't sell your product to people buy.
I see.
Everybody has a price. May come for this year move as a political traditional segregation name, discrimination name, and this year justify your inclusion. And so I had the embodiment of your national leadership now. It should cut across your bequetos. So be a womb, Eastern region for womb, Volta for womb, Bono for womb, Northern for womb. It's an amalgamation of diverse interests.
Okay.
Now, and check your baby internal elections and constituency.
Is it more be a nomination?
Yeah, be a nomination. I think say ending now. And so we had the enthusiasm, and the process is so transparent to say, until the day, until kekao, and this muede form ya online. Until you have a consent chamber, be babacas, and I'm in PBOT, in Mr. Speaker, Mimpe Krobea, Aden or Shabatakari, and Yefe, Debbie. On Cassam, Mimpe Aden or Black Atta, Debbie. And this say, and now say a social democratic party in form near online. It is the more digital political party in Ghana now. What to say a form in Tokwabaho? Obiako internet, pelt now, them with no fear, would download, would you do, you download, what fell what there. And the more party ya konono. Me who be crowd. Sanka MPP mupa abra obeka omo form si baye na constituency chairman bi hodo na ma twene as country party mpani for say ye Ghana constitution we NDC na de baye ye nimumra ye nimamamuo eye online. Nti papa bi nam krom ha na tebia waye ne ho yahoo boy IT class captain and opiti digitalization. And so do ni party ma ye fa form no na dance kam twene maabo. Mahama said there be open digitalization per NDC. Charity begins at home. Into your forms now, yeah, Mr. Speaker. Dear Dennis, constituency executive being to me from question the bottom. Online. Into now feel copota so now internet in so and this the buy a 4G. Optic a fiber cable no yen ye lay a credit center yen ye lay and to be at any fee pen or download. And so we have several platforms and also a cracker. Obi timi tena ni fi o download anu wa ye video no wa chese NDC ye digitalize Krobea be srem ye pon home na ye mfa orientation mu na mu how to digitalize a party said the bear next 4 years mo koto abenye se campaign. Having said that no my member and his excellency Nana Akufo-Addo statement at the United Nations oko UK or more paragon be say if the Queen fails UK has failed. And he said Nanado tra Ghana share na onya full play na sabi onya MPP for there or ye Ghana mind penny onya MPP mind penny. And on that premises no maybe interrogating the statement no as a president of the nation, not as a product of MPP. And nobody should score cheap political points here. As an economist, I would love to see a fair deal in the international financial markets.
Okay.
Because a good year beyond Europeans, US, UK, any part of Asia or more, a huge proportion of it came from Africa. In fact, Himaya wa we are yes ye gusu yes ye no. Ni niema ehye ni ti. Ni gold reserve 60 to 70% came from Africa. And don't forget to say there is a direct relationship between your reserve and your currency. Okay? So more reserve, your currency is stable. So less reserve, your currency is unstable. And this is ma fakwati kwanso be die so. A colonize here. Na mwatimi afa ya manganese yen gold and diamond. Na no aboa mo currency regime stability there. Say sika na ekura mo no ye dia. Yeah, dear. In fact, so oko US and na oko Virginia.
Yeah.
Ye wo baby aye nananom anamon. Baby adi omo fire no, omo dey tourist guide. I remember when I went there the 2016-18, I went to see into Virginia, Richmond to be specific. Omo a capital way no. Baby omo dey nananom wura kronum omo fire no. Omo dey aye tourist attraction. Enti USO UK ye nananom moja ena chichiri krono. Enti assemia mampania kan die I endorse it. As an economist no, we have to as a nation Africa must come together and call for say we need a treatment. Because you see that is what makes me always love Kwame Nkrumah. Because Nkrumah knew them and knew how to deal with them. Kwesi Broni will never respect the black man. And when Nkrumah can say the black man given the opportunity is capable of managing his or her own affair. Okay? And the asima mampenia kaino momienfa NDC and PPC in Tonchain. And let's rally together as a nation that if the white or the international capital market is restructured to favor the black, what will be its consequences?
Which aspects do you need the restructure?
I'm coming there.
Is it the interest on borrowing?
I'm coming there.
I said, I'm
coming there. There are two markets when it comes to the financial.
Yes.
We have the money market and the capital market. The money market is for short-term borrowing. Capital market is for long-term, we call the Eurobond for long-term borrowing. Now, the premises of the excellency statement, as an economist, say na was ye huno. And now ye ka say ultimate call US. Now US are buying so bubble say capital marketer. They able to borrow between 0.1% to 2%. Very cheap.
Okay.
Very cheap.
In terms of interest.
But when the same black continent countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Gabon go to the same market.
Because I say when you're credit worthy.
I'm coming. Wait. Me wofufu no hon kwan. So me US, Singapore, we go to money and capital market as a country. And we go with SG, sovereign guarantee. Sovereign guarantee means that Ghana will never collapse. There is no way Ghana will collapse. Since 57, Kwame Nkrumah came, Afrifa came, Buzia came, Liman came, Rawlings came. Now, Nana Ado has come and he also go. John Mahama is coming back. Ghana will remain as it is. The point is that if you are giving loan or credit facility to US at a cheaper rate between 0.1 to 2%, why not Ghana? And now, do you know, check the public debt ratio of US to the economy.
Kessben.
US GDP is around $25.something trillion. But check their public debt. Very huge. But they will leave that one, come back to Africa, and tell Africa that if your deficit to GDP is 80%, then you stand a chance to default. If the same argument suffices, then the bone of contention is that US also the public debt here to balloon made them credit unworthy. So comparison of what different jurisdiction is unfair. Econometrically. So me GDP as US $25.51 trillion. Now my public debt almost $23.something trillion. Now so Ghana, your public debt around let's say 491 billion Ghana cedi. Ghana should be more creditworthy than US. But it is because currency na US for there. That is the only reason that even US, in the face of its unreasonable public debt, they are seen as credit worthy. And the statement na mampania making as an economist, my bone of contention is say we need a fair treatment in the international financial market, both money market and the capital market, because a chunk of Sikane Ekura Brofono came from this soil. Think about it. Switzerland and cocoa, but the best of cocoa product you can think of come from there. Where does it come from? There's something we call intraport trading. Intraport trading simply means that you buy raw material, convert it to semi-finished good, and finally convert it to final goods.
Yeah.
A lot of the raw material and semi-finished goods come from Africa. Is it timber? Is it gold? Is it diamond? Even oil. Take Libya, take Ghana, take Egypt, take Morocco. So, and even raw material for fertilizer production, Morocco is leading in terms of phosphate. abrofo no be fa ni nyina free ha de kowia and they don't regard us.
Okay.
Enti na no pay no de yenya ma politics we no de a nationalistic discussion. What I say na yenya do politics na yenya do politics no dia and ye be ma nana don so na no odware wiem. Nana o si cathedral Ghana for mpe. Because san ne ma nyina so ma abrofo no dwen say yenim de e wo se di esikaye.
Thank you very much. Now, I was about to ask the question, but Macrobi, I'm ready to answer. I'll come back to you. Now, maybe I'll ask a question. Because in terms of credit worthiness, any currency, said the Oduro it also relies on that. Say, yeni idea sika no, ebe yedi SSC idea. Yen kokra money and convert into dollars. So you need to deal with your currency anymore. The year when you be saying, Krobea, mamintio.
Mr. Speaker, may I say, said as usual. Also, me chia Ghana mampeni. Na nado danko Akufo-Addo. One intelligent vice president, the intelligent Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Na me chia tifo ni ahwefo a ehwe nyina. Me nua be na de ne waye no ho te se kutre ajanan no. Kutre ajanan. E fita ba o ye den wo de tuntum betwato.
Oh, how?
Unse last week me kan se bi wa ha se Bernard no entity a ye de man no e ye dango abuzia dombo entity ye. And so ideology ni woni munti propaganda na kasa woni ye. I say he's struggling to do it. Or try as over to me.
Is that of your propaganda?
No, me kasa ha woni ye naturally no ntimi ye.
Okay.
But as or try as over entina or can 75 na last minute na for the tuntuma be twato. But that is the way to go, and I think say Minua Bernard and some kind is very important because you see we politicians most times say in your platform and somewhere you can for mine
yeah,
to a larger extent affected the credibility of the nation. And by talking about credibility, a poses certain danger. Foreign investment and casan affected because it will be about my and technology in you are seeing a global village. It will be about my opportunity to be reading some of these articles, stories, and then the question the person will ask him or herself and say, it will my way, is it worthy for me to take my money there? It's in my message the angular Minua Bernard Afa and common message or other politicians or other communicators. And your subject be near two parties and sometimes discussions need be how we must give it a nationalistic approach. Then we come to our normal usual politics and then they do I say you are NDC for press conference best say but we are looking at Omanu FAP and you hear president speech in Omaya now.
yeah.
Wankasa, even as a leader of Ghana, he spoke as a leader of as Obi or Kasama African leaders in because and someone he was referring to African as a continent, Africa as a continent. And I think that Abrofono almost siache. Mr. Speaker. Abrofono siache to the extent say Sadia Minua can ye. If you are seeing a gold and Kasahene
Africa.
Raw materials e dey nyama ye cocoa yi ufri say cocoa ni wiase planting ka blofo metin atenase by the end of the day meka say ye mpanimfo no dodo na munya opportunity na ntimi ama o man na mpija na continent no ya mpija nti ama say da bia no ye see ye independent but economic independence and financial independence ni nyeden anyhow but it's about time and we in the MPP you believe in agenda no say ayi lanchi
ye
oh
you start na
www ye ka say
planting for food and
www ye ka say ye yankasa no was ye timi ye yankasa Ghana beyond aid.
Oh okay.
Fine.
Ghana
of
beyond.
Course it's difficult because your friend baby the word is symbiotic. Symbiotic ni meaning say obia ni wa obetimi adi ono ane ho so. But I was here to me making deliberate efforts be say about industrialization because the economy is highly dependent on imports near the there is no way about to financial independence. And Nuntin Ananado in his wisdom, any MPP about any year say regardless and from so be but it's about time where we need to industrialize our economy so that any be a crack and so far though we may have our issues, anybody can criticize. But trust me, you're making headway when it comes to a quite first important year maybe. Unima and toast ni Jenny na okay, Ochake Ghana. international trade mu amount of money edi import to abroad the mu amount of money edi import to tomatoes and then can say Ghana is the largest producer of yam.
I see
the whole world. One eti mesre say atia batemu yam panifo say eye desne kasa bebu bia. O man panini edi nkomo fa ewiase nyina ho kira aba wiase nyina. And in 40 years America and UK meti aka some giant economies no kra no economy na suffer. Okay, any inflation rate on my record any the way our currency na nkasa ahoden ni with the exception of US dollars and you know me take advantage of the crisis no na ahoden na page and all other currencies say we are seeing ahoden so ate. And we share inflation on my record for 40 years about 4 decades.
Kessben.
Both American and UK Eurozone in some countries in Europe so the same thing. In your mom Spain, a lot of things we are part of unya. Oko fill cylinder, do our part on volume our part on farm. What you say? It clearly shows say we are seeing now but you share all over the world. That's Africa now and in 2021 world crisis now affecting and power. And
the problems, you know, you solutions, and so you bet me I prefer my issues yet me are resolved.
Issues ni na dey here. Major issue na
because and yeah what say yeah as a country, okay? Oko hotels akese na they are charging in dollars. Okay? Even common rents edan ya rent ya say nkra ha wo mo charge dan. Wo mo charge enya state nko a wo mo charge any apartment at least a standard kakre hoyama enye luxury but I mean a standardized per a place biano they charge you in dollars $500 a month $400 a month yet how call restaurant kodidia the restaurants are charging in dollars international schools say wokroma okay even Manzoris are charging in dollars. Bank of Ghana is there. They are quiet about it. You see, no, and are still now year weekend. No, just a few days ago, I'm told said they are clamping down on one more. But the point is that at the end here, yatina washama they grow up to this level.
Yeah, and it's true. What's on our say the meaning Bernard Kanye now. I think the institutions.
But then what Ghana has a $1 near day.
The institutions need also have to be up and doing. For instance, but it's good. Say Bank of Ghana and Kazansoma musinto. Recently, when somebody in Shabia Bar almost almost better gold nibi normal reserve. We said the Bernard can say gold reserve I want also the weight of your currency. And on Ankasa provided some support to be. It's I think it should not just be a mere rhetoric. Say I can't, you better to be. At the end of the day, whatever it has to go into it, they have to do it. And then climbing down the rate at which I did dollars, businesses, transactions, I'm glad say I admit to say in the last about a week or two. Yes, Bank of Ghana for any security agencies be I put up some tax force. I'll make this black market for your dollars. What's a black market for now? Also can be you. If you are able to do that, now your transactions you make sure say you formalize. It's about formalizing the economy.
No, but Krobea, what I'm saying is that institutions, for instance, your Ghana Tourism Authority, right? As a regulator of the tourism industry, Obeko hotels, bills are is quoted in dollars.
Which is bad.
They don't care.
Which is very bad.
Why ensure them run over year juma? You need dollar you decide.
Which is very bad because all over the world, China, China for currency, dino. Transaction. It will never happen. And my mind on my page on currency now. This is what they are doing. They make sure say they trade with their currency and even within the economy, no currency juma. I think you not to start conversation. Na Ghana tourism because hotels no yes had any pa. Hotels no any other businessmen are they deal in this kind of maybe the enemy say you see this industrialization I can't want some the politics no. Mr. Speaker, say in Ghana every year be $2.2 million and a 2.2 million cedis and you're converting into dollars at the cra abro ebo maimu. Now you timi encourage you buying. Now you yankasan abro you timi produce enough to meet our consumption limit. Ewo maimu officers says kanebeko. Enko tomatoes just outlook and yama consumables you consume your higher credible maimu ha. There's no way we can have such economic independence now. Until say you're very reoriented and when I can say, baby, are you doing? We cannot continue like this. On my opinion, some no kind. Let's take our time. na yɛntimi digest into it yɛmfa ntwetwe nkɔmmɔ yɛntwe ghanafoɔ nyinaa adwenem no so na yɛn nyinaa appreciate sɛ it is about time we stop doing this partisan politics with the economy because sɛbi ɔkɔmfobɔ ne ɔhyɛ nkɔm sɛ ɔman mmɔ no ɛbɔ a ɔyɛ dɛn ɔtumi bi ɛna ɛkɔ edwa so na akɔtɔ aduane yɛ musa sɛ ɔyɛ npp ni anaa yɛ ndc ni eti no I think say most of the points no mi nua bɛ na daka as economic accountant and as a chartered economist
chartered economist BOT
ɛno yɛ ne field nti wode fa hɔ ano n'ani agye wakeka na ɔbɛka bia ne nsɛm no ɔka ne nyinaa no mini much disagreement with it at least for the fact that he appreciates all of us as a country yɛn subject ɔmanpanyini kasa no to proper and objective discussion na yɛnhwɛ baabi a ɛsi ntɔ ne wɔ na as a man yɛnya conversation on it Ghana there were human resource yɛwɔ nkurɔfoɔ ɔmo wɔ adwene ɔmo wɔ amamuo no ho adwene ɔmo wɔ economic brains we can bring all these people on a round table na yɛn discuss na yɛn a permanent solution because as adeɛ no yɛkyekyere na asan adwiri yɛkyerɛ but of course we were doing well trust me even inflation rate a yɛka ho in 2018 ne yɛnam 9.7 ansa na covid ba yɛn nam 33 plus what you say meaning say any crisis here by and man panyini mako to be a yemi depa was every bullet bomb or shell that hit a target in Ukraine hits the pocket of African economy. Every single bullet meaning say African economy in its generality it depended hugely on the Ukraine economy. And we are seeing Russia is Russia and supply about 60% when it comes to food. It is Russia and Ukraine when they are at war. Definitely, if we are saying yes, coupled with this COVID-19, we have reached a point that you admitted say our economy was doing well. Kessben. Unfortunately for us, and a COVID be boom, and a Russia-Ukraine war in Suba be boom, and I said the Emilia Ayikano, a brofuni in the capital market, financial market, we be our transaction be any abrofuni and CCA. But it's about time I am penny for now, so put their house in order. Because the end will be SCU. Any part when the person looks down on you, say will be a pequasian in the Ghana meboa. It's here as a man, Yama Brofini who say, Omono crown here more than we need them. Because we have to gold in the Ghana, young produce gold now, Abrofono, they cannot meet their gold demands. In fact, a cocoa now, China for cocoa, so mudia, there's no way about Sagana there. Take it or leave it. There's nowhere the quality better say Ghana there. It is about time I answer you say you can be and now we are say a movie. And when you say at any discussion and transaction any abrofoni biano, they regard us. Okay. O my panin sem no kan na tofa boano no. Say we are say abrofona sisi Africa we are capable of managing our own affairs unless you nyina together and you nyina remember where we fell short say as o man no yenhyehyɛ yɛmu ne amamuo no nneɛma bebree wɔ a yɛantoto ne yie and it's about time yɛbɛgyae saa petty politicking no sɛ biribiara ɛfɔ ɔman no ho biribiara yɛ important ɛwɔ sɛ as ɔman yɛ discussing as ɔmanfoɔ ne yɛde ayɛ politics ɛba security issues areas paa ne kwan sɛ yɛde di agorɔ as ɔman ɛyɛ security issues and financial issues. These are the two issues we cannot be doing usual politics with it. And me did say starting common we'll be able to get there. Definitely we'll get there.
All right, thank you very much, Krobea Asante, Deputy Director of Communications.
Mr. Speaker.
B.
Who says Buffy for Ghana. I totally disagree with the president's statement that every bullet issued in Ukraine-Russia war is a hit on the African pocket. I totally disagree. Because you see, continent within the only thing we have lack and is purely an element of
microphone
lack element of political will and common sense.
Okay.
Political will ni ho. So political will no. Check it in the year 1997. China was last in terms of trade of volumes. Global. 2022 now China is ranked number 1. What made the difference? Leadership. Yet the key sectors of the economy we won't do it. And you say a bullet issue is a hit on our pocket. You are one of the causative factors because Obi Hunyan Sensi Commander Sugar Factory. Statistically, Ghana spends almost over $2 billion every year to import sugar. So Commander Sugar Factory ye now they fan say it me half of that importation by 50%. We are saving 50% of the dollars a be here to import sugar. 6 years down the lane, Commander Sugar Factory ayabwachi bidding. Somebody dreamt and gave you Sagleme housing project. And then 6 years down the lane, I can't room. So a lot of the things and Kibet somebody dreamt and set out to give you Cocoa Road project. You truncated it and said it was over bloated. You okofa Krulan associate to audit them, forensic audit. Then the free mobile. And now you can say Ghana Cocoa Board is need depths. Car Ghana Cocoa Board dear no. Almost 12.3 billion Ghana cedi car. Now adia who produce na o ton people chase you to buy a banner sign out the honka. So Oduro maybe many of the things I'm company we can hon sem say ebefia they are self-inflicted. Because an amount bian ka yebetimi to share Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund GIF.
Yeah.
GIF for sika manyinda da John Dramani Mahama. Leverage the system na trabonim dia waye. Or the more $2 million kwako to scam or Mauritian company any lands to operate what they want to do in Ghana. Secondly, on one kasa na konta. The private hotel also no or the gift musika ako invest or company na and to me cry ye. So you see, and near man mampani Oduro maybe a okano. He is smart of a working contradiction president. Or can send to get international applause. But a buffy na ya assessena. Most of the things are Ghana come, and let me add one very better thing. Tembia se mi twem ho na mi hu a na eye me yasese na na dom ranoma kwan a enka ye nkyene mfa no nko si ho nim sansa na nanti de oye eye de ma de National Cathedral. Mr. Speaker, se wo ko Nigeria ab Nigeria see the equivalent of National Cathedral at Ghana no oman bubu adan ya nwo. They went to a far place land. And abro ko si wo ho no e ma area ho ani bie o be se National Cathedral. Number 1, National Cathedral na wo ba be se no Kessben. Judicial Service Institute to dine omo database na ehodu no wa e wo famu no enne obu no wie ye omo ye cost benefit analysis no Ghana be here $50 million to put it up and na ye ka say no omo kodi loan African Development Bank $50 million o convert back Ghana cedi a e saying 500 billion million Ghana cedi and I be here fe no to nchen Ghana Maritime Authority head office na ho na wo you collapse no wo de no to Ghana Scholarship Secretariat head office na ho na wo yegu no passport office yegu no other private individual na omo wo madan ye collapse no de twa wo kra no appeals court judges mako 9 o madan na ho na wo ye dwi ni nyina agu ye o value niema ye bugu ye ne niema e almost 1 billion Ghana cedi. Mr. Speaker, what they are not to China. So 1 billion Ghana cedi, no, and can bet me the National Cathedral far place land ama why be for Central Region Kwanso, for Volta Region Kwanso, for Kumasi Accra Road Kwanso. As and this mega project kohwa and can the environs a Bensa project no. Maybe some say National Cathedral is the parking lot cry fan Ibinyano. Because you are putting up such a monumental facility. And yama ma boss you know 1 billion you know. A friend ye babe pesa esikano to fill that pothole. And a lot of the mess aye woman no. And ye Ukraine Russia war to aye beto. And ye niama ya yatina ha edie di ye ho. And always one of the things as an economist, me trasa na ye me ya the financial sector and the banking cleanup. And I will tell you, share se Kofi Amoaben ye bone a use the law to penalize him. But in doing so, you have to nationalistic consideration. Nationalistic consideration, better will say, oh, my, that's the local people to an amount. A better economy, na indigenizer. You can indigenizer. Local people own the economy, empower them. Everybody should go and read the lawyer's case in UK. Until you see Oduro maybe an another same no can Ghana beyond aid, a bullet thrown, most of the things are beto, you know. A lot of the mess are not my way for clearly a premeditated agenda, a calculated agenda to silence everybody financially and to empower themselves. And the evidence abound, such as Oduro, Minister of State at the Finance Ministry. Prior to so by your appointing as a minister, no, none the financial brokerage financial and more to him. No ni market share. And now you can say Oba Ghana, Open the leading broker, financial market broker. Chasadubo, I need data bank. Of course, data bank, they just say, Metana Omo bra, na menya no cracka for. Data bank, at least before even MPP coming to power, they were giving broker services. But the quantum of profit, finance minister are making under this government is very unthinkable. And to free say Ghana, when I catch and say, Mr. Speaker, your Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, for company Bobo say, ultimately, and Tiabra Ghana, Omo Bobo Sama Ghana, you're poorer, no. Not Chasadubo, Heninia, Ken of Rata, they are becoming richer. They are making the nation poorer at the expense of us. And you see, and Neman ya formono. His Excellency and another Kufuado, I don't know Bushia for no. They planned it, premeditated it, and they've
Omo Ghana for because Mpanifo baby said you actually the ebe fie no na eden or the ones na ebe fie under NDC Mr. Speaker when say NDC na pass emra diversity implementation at 1993 ema ye said omo pa committee etonton ma japade nyina my companies. This was done under NDC 1993 diversity implementation act 1993 eko set committee a committee na djuma edi amomu nyina ne say Ghana on my companies on mine dia no yentonton. And we hear NDC people sit on platforms like this to talk about say ababi. Let me tell you, in any case, me you can Commander Sugar Factory.
Yeah.
Sebi you. Ubia who put up a factory. The first thing you think about raw material, sources of raw material. And I'm a you could form who put up a factory. Now a factory you could not even have in your thinking and in your plan raw materials to feed into the factory. You've caused financial loss to the state. And you sit here and justify that. That aside, factories are hold up through the flagship program of 1D1F. You put it up. If Mekwaya met me Bobby with picture evidence. A lot of them. Let me mention a lot of them to you.
Kessben.
Nina, oh no, of course, no. Some person man who say I didn't make an because at the end of the day, me carry our terms I didn't make a my it's no book no lie. I mean, another buy anya in Central Regional. Ya beer factories makumako ya mom one district one factory no mon kwa de omanya 19 out of the 19 emu 4 operationalize adwuma ya commission cylinder factory senya breku ewutu senya lubricant factory these factories ni nyina no na eba be support the economy mami bubo some of these factories with picture evidence on betimi aje de atoso me no Kumawu machine resource center. It was a part of MPP flagship program 1D1F. Patrotrogo mi wi anu check tomato processing factory brekum eneminu kasamagato as Ghana is the third largest exporter of tomatoes. First tomatoes near Krefri Burkina Faso. A boy a cabebre. Now to buy 1D1F and yetimia any company bit is a tomato processing factory become abanintino and the tomatoes a bushum yet me export TV. And no quadrant a comfy pineapple juice. Mr. Speaker, who see from her cycle her be atano. Every supermarket okroma be urahono a comfy pineapple juice ubenya be atano. Maybe by me free JB. And no quadrant potato processing factory a gomwa. You can call anybody at Gomwa, say anywhere. And look at a poultry factory, our Pasaria, Krapimnoff. Nina programs under 1D1F and some tissue factory, and some tissue factory, or Ubetimia, and some send reporters no more. Tissue factory, Mikrum Kabri East, and also fertilizer processing factory, Mr. Speaker, and another Danko Kufuado. And ye walk the largest fertilizer producing company Ukrumha. The largest are from Grofet, with the capacity of producing 800,000 tons fertilizer every year. What did I mention? I was higher in Eastern region. Higher in Eastern region. It means you NDC for but not TV so. They should not talk as if say afena akonya no mo be pebie. Ghana ha NDC atena akonya no so sina ban bia. Legacy ben no mo okrum ha. Legacy ben na NDC e wo okrum ha. Mr. Speaker, me ne wo kasai. Ukwa Ghana Health Service, the biggest health investment akọ so okrum ya 11 agenda 11F. 111 agenda 111 opa mumpa time na mun soma mo reporter say o mun ko centers ni na hwe dwumadi ekoso ho minya opportunity ni Eastern Regional Minister ekohia wo man FM na minya eniema abana ye even in Eastern region alone etwam NDC niema om ye in 8 years ni omba bedi wa akonwa isu nyina. It is a new opportunity no bekasa. Aya yan kind of crunch Ghana for. You see, as MPP, I was on my baby. I do know. The only thing about
Ghana is on the footing of industrialization.
Of course, no, the government has shown a clear commitment. Said that is the only way to self-reliance as of mine. And my more example, because Ghana, as I say, we are the largest exporter of Yabo Bintiase. Uncle Busa, and now Koshe yen growth. Our agric since 92. 8.4% in 2001, the highest in history.
Okay, Erica, you send me a message. Say, that the message in here very simple. I say, good morning, Kwame. Ask my brother mentioning the number of factories. A very simple question for me. Ask him, after mentioning the said factories, what is the current unemployment rate in Ghana, which is 13.4%, which is highest for the past 10 years. And then the second question, also, why is imports increasing after creating all the said factories?
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
You see, Erica J. Nanim say under John Dramani Mahama, former president, and the unemployment association, graduate association of this country. That
and I say
oh, come on, Mr. Speaker. Yes, they are not being fair with the young men and women. Now at that time, no, Mr. Speaker, at the right time, you bet me amount data sector by sector, ministry by ministry, the number of employment I hear. Even talking about planting for food and jobs. Are you aware? Say about 5,560 people are agric extension officers. Through the planting for food and jobs, my sister agric college. And what if you school and that's will be under NDC? Now the NDC, even that's describe your school and form Juma talking about agric.
And that's still is more backlog, baby.
Oh, say of course. So be back now for 8 years. When to me employ nurses and now will be bound to me. You don't expect say within 6 years and 7 years. No, phobia. It's at the end of the day from 2012, ABC and 2022. It's be a 2-year group bit etifia. It is understandable.
Okay.
What you say? Mr. Speaker, me dem announce no.
Yes.
Yeah, me person be catch me nua BOT and say when it comes to records in government, MPP by far you have better records in government than NDC. NDC they don't have the moral locus to even be part of this discussion. Boni omadi o my way no. Boni NDC amanyoko ni titiri under John Dramani Mahama former president. Omadi Ghana no. Minyi ni say ko omu yankrofo mu suro nyame ombenya anu pa kasa okrum ha. Now they want to paint the former president John Dramani Mahama say as if so esoro abofo na Ghana for short memory. Ghana for ni short memory. Say Ghana for short memory na 2020 abana eto ye no. E ka outcome na ba anya no course.
Thank you very much.
Ghanaians will even punish him on
2024. Asante, Deputy National Communication Director of the NPP. Maybe BOT, but I kind message you a quick one. Na Yenko BOT, tell your man that the factory he's talking about from Apasri is not for the government. I am from the town. He mentioned they can call me online and then verify. I'm also talking to you about the factory not working, even as it stands now. Benjamin Kwame, Asozu Anna Ediwe Ede Abba. Ben, thank you very much for your message. You know, but my remember so now you call the new CR. Yeah, time now can issue now. Yeah,
industrial economy. There are two approaches. You promote industrialization. You have to be backward integration and forward integration. In backward integration, what you do is say you can set up your facility before you look at the raw material.
Kessben.
In forward integration, you can decide to get the raw material, then you get your facility later. all over the world. Oko China combined backward and forward integration. Oko America does forward integration. And Timon can show ways to say, Commander Sugar Factory, no, Mahama Sidens, you are brand new raw material. In any case, it can take you 2 years to put up a facility, but it can take you less than 7 months to grow sugar cane. And it's a me buyer, me person me adopt either forward or backward integration. I will go for backward integration because make me see facility nesi ho about raw material less than 6 months I can get sugar cane. Don't forget to say after some Mahama His Excellency, see Danny see hono. Onya ezin bank from Bank of India. Mobile ye no. Just a normal paperwork and be Daniel South facility and say Mahama ne Kwame Nkrumah any dreamy yintino. You just let it go. Factually. Okay, I will show you so say Ghana the leading producer of yam is Nigeria, not Ghana. You can check your records. Secondly, about tomato importation. Ghana, Mexico, Netherlands, Spain, Morocco, Canada. Ghana, Nim.
Kessben.
Oh, go check, read. Look, Mr. Speaker, check for me.
From Ministry of Agriculture.
Check it. The leading producers. No, but Go to Ministry of Agriculture. Go to Ministry of Agriculture. Dr. Koto. How can we trust his data?
You are discrediting the whole institution. We're talking about Ministry of Agriculture. We're not talking about
the leading producer of yam is Nigeria. Ghana is not.
Cross check it.
Cross check for me. Who you answer
Ministry of Agriculture?
Yes.
You can check on Bloomberg.
I'll come. But what they
fact check it. Me say Ghana is not. Ghana is not. Both yam and tomato. Ghana is not on this show. Let me go to New CI. Mr. Speaker.
Okay, New CI.
One constitution way.
Yes.
Abraham Inua Krobea Kasano. Okase NDC Nedi Ghana so more. And there's no legacy to show. Under Nyankopon said ne. So freedom of speech, freedom of conscience, freedom of thought, freedom of movement, what is guaranteed under Article 21. NDC model.
Okay, BOT Beba, World Mapper, a leading research firm, one more a research into yam production. Okay, and this is what they write. I say the biggest producer of yams is Nigeria. They produce more than 44 million tons, followed by Ghana, Ivory Coast, Benin, and Togo, Cameroon, Chad, Central African Republic, Haiti, and then Colombia complete the top 10. And those are the rankings. Okay.
So check on tomato too. Check on tomato to confirm.
Sauce.
And I'm saying a great minister and a source of data. We can't trust that minister.
Source Ghana Web. Ghana Web. Ghana Web. Yes, any.
Let me put it clear. Opa for World Trade Center. Omo records keeping. Ghana is not the leading producer. It is Nigeria.
Is now West's largest exporter of yam. Ghana Web. I have given you.
Oh, come on.
Now, thank you. Ghana Web.
Okay. Now, Mr. Speaker, Minia Krobea got the nerve to tell Ghana for say NDC in Mr. Speaker, Constitution here cremi face. Kokoi. At the time na ye dey Ghana for say nyina ye nyintum no the NLM that gave birth to Ghana Congress, that gave birth to the UP, that gave the Northern People's Party, and all the community down to the New Patriotic Party now they cannot sit on common table with traders from Malata, Medina, Adenta, and in fact they saw themselves to be bourgeois. And they felt say as bourgeois no, they cannot mingle with the proletarians. And to from no de any po no aboko tashe tie no at that time no omo akwaje mu na omo ma na omo na school ni ade no, they could not. The consultative assembly ma constitution we be man ne o kasa o kotu e bo no ho ban no. And this ne de buy. You say this in nya hwe kra na what me magana full-fledged constitutional. And ne muko Supreme Court asa constitution we na mu kotu. In the Ghana ni be a kotu constitution way. Now see this in here Shekwana. Am I a full-fledged fourth Republican? Say Republican no. Rollins and then this sustaining no 30 years and over. Young checking all over the world for West African countries. Country Ben sustaining the democracy 30 years uninterrupted. The foundation of that democracy and constitution republic no for NDC. Enti ano kura ma hu say ochina beka ye ho. Na gitumu say Krobea ma yeti no aban political culture, political traditional. Ama Republican be over 30 years uninterrupted NDC. New CI. Mr. Speaker. I'm in Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution. I know it reads and I quote. Every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of sound mind had the right to vote and is entitled to be registered as a voter for the purpose of public election and referenda. Mr. Speaker, so what kind of constitution we so Article 1 clause Article 2 or say this constitution shall be the supreme law of Ghana, and any other law found to be inconsistent with any provision of this constitution shall, listen to the word, shall, to the extent of the inconsistency be void. This is clear, black and white. So all the any regulation LIA bar, the LI you are bringing no, must not seem to be inconsistent with provision Article 2 and Article 42. Also the new CI bar. CI now they ban say going forward no, obi a only Ghana card ain't been registered to vote as a Ghanaian. Article 42 nso chese obi a wadi 18 years and above anadwe mu enka no oni ankafo a oye nipa o CPC ta no enti NDC in position say sa new CI na nan kwanso ban. There's already CI 126 and e wo ho a e chese e wo guarantor system. Guarantor system chese se me ma register na Krobea register na se wo fe na what 18 years na wo be register and now say we can guarantee for you ya kwashi eno afri ho. Number 2, the existing CI no chese se wo kra Ghana passport who do the register your voters ID card. The new CI no ma le ni chese apart from Ghana card to me and this position here Kessben yem penen to be for one is to be for arm. Thank you. You can't tell the electoral commission they say
Mr. Speaker, and you know say Nessus backlog started 2013 to 2016. You know say MPP are buying the responsible another Danko Akufo-Addo's government. I employ Omunina.
Oh, how? 2019
from 2013 to me say backlog at John Dramani Mahama, former president Ejato Hono. Me know say ya employ Omunina. Omuya one more face say 2020 2021 for which I accept very soon Omunina you be engaged. Abana chile say onim say the feni pejuma. 2 million now at the end of the year watching. You see, so say will be the largest producer and the largest exporter. Difference baby room. Maybe say Ghana is the largest exporter of yam. Or say Nigeria is the largest producer. You are not speaking the same language. Let me put that one also on record. Okay. Now means I can't tell say. Means I can't tell me you say you see. Constitution,
but they have a lot of legacies.
The Constitution, Constitution, Article 42. Yes, Article 42 of our Constitution talks about the right to vote. But the same Constitution now, Article 51 and also a electoral commission to me at any point in time or ya about to say for constitutional instrument and come for approval.
But obi doubt here no. I don't need a constitutional man. Mr. Obian doubt here, no, the authority of the EC.
So constitution, you cannot quote one aspect of the constitution and choose to believe in it, and other aspect of the constitution. Okay. What argument are you making? And I'm telling my brother here, say, it looks as if NDC phone say the whole CI na Ebanase. This is not the first CI. I mean, ya de babedi about to hujuma. Yenya CI bebre, yenya CI 12, and 1995, and yenya CI 72, and over 2012, yenya CI 126, CI 91, 2016, and CI was a CI Jumai, a CI 126. Minya, and no voter register or ya register a little above 17 million people. Out of these 17 million people, almost 60% are people are almost the Ghana card and a register. About 9% of them are the passport and a register. Fine. Near registration and I see I for electoral commission they call a drum for consideration. So argument we crowd and this is the court. I'm a court ruling against you. So I don't still see why let me tell you. Mr. Speaker. A continuous registration was some year account.
Yes.
A continuous registration. Sir, over 17 million people no more registered than it's
not true.
Maybe they don't understand it.
You see, true.
Because you say database.
It's not true. It is that. You are not going to clean the database. You are not removing anybody from the register. Is that this is one argument? Of course, because IPAC na mu no mo nko. Obu wi no ma betra montre no ma yede. But me unu say, yen papa ofo so ampofo. Ne campaign na no person lanche. Okay. And I was said that NDC
from
the Electoral Commission independence to do their work. Electoral Commission said they go to the same constitution, Article 42, Article 51. Electoral Commission will 2 means anytime about to own say, and was what the CI, Eco Parliament. This is going to be a continuous registration.